Hi and welcome to a new video. Today I will show you some benefits and some features of SAP Build Code using the SAP AI capabilities. Today I will show you the development tools of SAP Build Code with using the AI-based generative and processing copilot Joule. So Joule is helping in SAP Build Code to develop and to create and produce code. You will see this shortly after this. First, the solution overview. What will we do now? In this example, we will create a customer loyalty management app. So if you buy something, you get points for this buy. What will we see now in this example? First, in the first part of this example, we will create some data entities. Second, we will enhance this data set created all by AI. And last but not least, we will create a backend logic. After this, I will also mention some next steps you can do after this, so after you created this backend, but we will see this in some later steps. First, we will create now data entities. So we are using Joule, our AI copilot, to create our data from blank. So we will say to it in natural language, like you know it maybe from ChatGPT. You will write some sentences. What will this app do? What do we need for data entities and how should they look like? And this you will see now in the first step. As you have seen now, we created now the data set. And one of the nice features is, if you create a code with Joule, you don't have to copy and paste it to the right place. So you just push accept and the build code program knows where this code should be filled in, and you don't have to copy and paste it to the right place and remove something else that was there before. So this will manage your code and process it directly from this natural language you have copied in. What we will see now in the next step is that we will create some sample data and we will enhance it. So we have now 5 basic entries in our data set, but this is a bit too less and we want to make it more. So we will create now some more, and this basic data we will then get, we have to enhance. So we want to have our 7 customer digits, so not just 4 like the basic data is created for us. We want to have an email address, so add something dot something. So we want just a formatting system and we want to do it correctly so that we can work with this data as well in this example. Later on, we can also, of course, connect our S4 set, so we can fill in our real customer data. We have to if we want to do it in a real live work. But for this example, if it works, we will create some sample data, and this will also be done by our copilot Joule. So what we have done now is we created some more data, and as you can see, we have now some email addresses in the right format, we have some customer numbers in the right format, and we just have a bit of more real looking data that we can work with. Of course, we could also enhance it with some more realistic names, but I think for this case now it is fine like it is. We have now our structure of our data, we have now some data in it. What we now want to do is that our data has some logic behind it. So behind the purchases, we want to earn some bonus points, and second, we want a possibility to redeem our points for the next purchases. So what we now will do, we will also use our Joule again to create some logic behind this data sets, and this will also be generated for us directly, and we can accept it, and it will be filled into the right place in our project. As you can see, we have not written a single line of code yet, and this is the plan of Build Code. It's a pro code tool, but you don't have to code by your own. Of course you can, if you're not happy with the code generated, you can complete it or you can change some parts of the code, but basically it will do or will create for you a working and nice looking code. That's one of the nicest parts, and we will see it now in the next part as it looks in the logic. You can see we have created some logic for both of our services, and now we could basically use this app if we would have some UI or some backend. And these are the next steps we could do in this project. But first, what have we done now? We have created some data entities, we have enhanced this data set using Joule, and we created a backend logic for the purchases and for the redemption of the points. Now, let's jump into our next steps. What could we do now with this project? Of course, as I already mentioned, we could connect our S4 system so we can use our purchases from real or in real time, and we could also use our customer data to give them the points they deserve. Second, we have to create a UI, so we have to use this. Therefore, we could use SAP Build apps, so we could create an app for desktop, for mobile phones or something like this. Or we could do it with the Business Application Studio and Pro Code, so with our Fiori UI. And you have, of course, all the flexibilities and possibilities you have to do or you want to do with this application. So these are just some examples for some next steps. You can choose what you want to do next, but this is the start of a backend created with Build Code and Joule. I hope I could show you some of the benefits of SAP Build Code, and you liked the example in this case with the customer redemption app. If you have some other ideas for examples, just write it down in the comments and let us know how you like this video. Drop us a follow, drop us a like to this video, we would appreciate this, and see us in the next video. Bye!